Video 16. Implementing the PMBOK monitoring and controlling processes in a project lifecycle. Microsoft project is used in the implementation example. The objective of this video is to implement the PMBOK monitoring and controlling processes in a generic project lifecycle. Our reference: Video 15. Implementing a project lifecycle using Microsoft project. If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button for more content like this. Please share my channel as all content is free. You can also comment suggesting topics you would like to see on this channel. Thank you. Looking at our implementation example, there are a few things to note. Looking at project scope management, we are missing two important processes. 1. Validate scope. 2. Control scope. We can explain it this way. In the project scope management shown, we are creating our scope management plan. When creating our plan, we will only have the processes that belong to the PMBOK planning process group. The validate scope and control scope processes belong to the PMBOK monitoring and controlling process group. Therefore, they will be located in another area of our schedule. So, let's shift our focus to this new area of the schedule. Please note that all processes belonging to the monitoring and controlling process group are executed in all phases of a project. Let's focus on the processes already mentioned. Control scope and validate scope. The control scope process is an ongoing process that begins during project planning and continues throughout execution. Remember, when you create deliverables during the planning phase, you are also monitoring to see if the project scope is being executed as planned. So, you are executing the control scope process. Now, let's focus on when the deliverable is completed. Regarding the validate scope process, it is the process of ensuring that project deliverables are completed according to the agreed scope and quality standards. You don't want to accept any deliverables that do not meet the quality standards. So, you are executing the validate scope process. And the same goes for all deliverables created in all phases of the project. You are always executing the control scope and validate scope processes. It is important to note that the same applies to all processes in the monitoring and controlling process group and all processes in the executing process group. Based on the affirmation that all processes in the monitoring and controlling process group and all processes in the executing process group are executed in all phases of the project, let's create a new row in our schedule called Project Monitoring and Control containing all these processes that will be executed in parallel. They will start on the first day and end on the last day of the project. In this new task, we will insert all the processes belonging to the monitoring and controlling process group. This group can be subdivided into subgroups as follows. 1. Project work management. 2. Scope management. 3. Schedule management. 4. Cost management. 5. Quality management. 6. Resource management. 7. Communications management. 8. Risk management. 9. Procurement management. 10. Stakeholder management. For the project work management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Direct and manage project work. This is the process of leading and executing the work defined in the project management plan, in addition to implementing the changes already approved. 2. Manage project knowledge. This is the process of using existing knowledge and creating new knowledge to achieve project objectives. 3. Monitor and control project work. This is the process of tracking, reviewing, and reporting the overall progress to meet the performance objectives defined in the project management plan. 4. Perform integrated change control. This is the process of reviewing all change requests, approving changes and managing changes to deliverables, project documents, and the project management plan, and communicating decisions. For the scope management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Control scope. This is the process of monitoring the status of the project and product scope and managing changes to the scope baseline. 2. Validate scope. This is the process of formalizing acceptance of the completed project deliverables. For the schedule management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Control schedule. This is the process of monitoring the status of the project to update the project schedule and managing changes to the schedule baseline. For the cost management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Control costs. This is the process of monitoring the status of the project to update the project costs and managing changes to the cost baseline. For the quality management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Control quality. This is the process of monitoring and recording results of executing the quality management activities in order to assess performance and ensure the project outputs are complete, correct, and meet customer expectations. 2. Manage quality. This is the process of translating the quality management plan into executable quality activities that incorporate the organization's quality policies into the project. For the resource management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Acquire resources. This is the process of obtaining team members, facilities, equipment, materials, supplies, and other resources necessary to complete project work. 2. Develop team. This is the process of improving competencies, team member interaction, and the overall team environment to enhance project performance. 3. Manage team. This is the process of tracking team member performance, providing feedback, resolving issues, and managing team changes to optimize project performance. 4. Control resources. This is the process of ensuring that the physical resources assigned and allocated to the project are available as planned, as well as monitoring the planned versus actual utilization of resources and taking corrective action as necessary. For the communications management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Manage communications. This is the process of ensuring timely and appropriate collection, creation, distribution, storage, retrieval, management, monitoring, and the ultimate disposition of project information. 2. Monitor communications. This is the process of ensuring the information needs of the project and its stakeholders are met. For the risk management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Monitor risks. This is the process of monitoring the implementation of agreed-upon risk response plans, tracking identified risks, identifying and analyzing new risks, and evaluating risk process effectiveness throughout the project. 2. Implement risks. This is the process of implementing agreed-upon risk response plans. For the procurement management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Conduct procurements. This is the process of obtaining seller responses, selecting a seller, and awarding a contract. 2. Control procurements. This is the process of managing procurement relationships, monitoring contract performance, and making changes and corrections as appropriate, and closing out contracts. For the stakeholder management subgroup, we have the following processes according to the PMBOK guide. 1. Monitor stakeholder engagement. This is the process of monitoring project stakeholder relationships and tailoring strategies for engaging stakeholders through modification of engagement strategies and plans. 2. Manage stakeholder engagement. This is the process of communicating and working with stakeholders to meet their needs and expectations, address issues, and foster appropriate stakeholder involvement. As we said before, all these monitoring and controlling processes will start on the first day and end on the last day of the project. Remember that they are executed during all phases of the project. So, I will set 100 days for the duration of each of these processes. And this video ends now. Here we saw a way to insert monitoring and control processes into a project plan. But you can have your own. In the next video, I'll create a WBS using WBS Schedule Pro to insert into our project plan. More videos coming soon. 1. Project life cycles. Here we will talk about predictive, iterative, incremental, adaptive, hybrid. 2. Examples using WBS Schedule Pro. 3. Examples of project plans using MS Project. And many more videos. Don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like this video and want us to continue with new topics. Subscribe to the channel. All content is free. You can also comment suggesting topics you would like to see on this channel. Thank you.